I don't know why I said that. Hope you're doing well. It's Friday. We made it all the way through the week. Yay! So excited. Although I didn't really work today. I did a bunch of other stuff, but not really work. While we're waiting on people to join, I'm going to remind y'all, go to coopedup.com. It's my website. You can sign up for little emails from me and all that kind of fun stuff there. And if you're on Insta, follow me at I'm Cooped Up. Hey, Mama. Good to see you. And that is that. Yeah, okay. Looks like people are joining. So I freaked my kids out earlier today. This is probably not very exciting to most of you, but I thought it was hilarious. So the biggest event of their childhood, you would think, is going to be happening tomorrow at noon. This computer game called Roblox, I think is what it's called, Roblox. And the money you spend in it, a lot in it, is called Robux. But Roblox is coming out with a new update tomorrow. And there's a countdown and everything. And I decided, the kids have been so excited about it. And so today, one of the things that I did was I watched a couple of promo videos about what it's all about, what's happening and stuff, just so that I could kind of talk their language, right? And kind of freak them out about it. And so I did. Todd randomly went and picked them up from school today. And when they came in, I was talking about, I was like, hey, you know, the update, blah, blah, blah. We'll be saying bye to the Aussie egg and hello to the fossil egg. And you know, my favorite fossil that's going to be in the egg is going to be the land sloth or blah, blah, blah. Just kept going up. Both of them were like, who are you? How do you know that? Let's go. Like they were seriously freaked out. Just, I know that's stupid and lame and such a dad joke kind of thing, but they were like, what is going on? Why do you know about our game? I probably made it uncool. And suddenly they don't want to play that game anymore. I don't know. We'll see. I'm okay with that if that's the case too. Because they don't get screens during the week except for like homework stuff at all. And so on Friday they get home and like 10 minutes into being home after changing clothes and all that kind of stuff, because I don't let them wear their uniforms at home. Mason's on Fortnite and Claire is on Roblox, and she's got like on, because she has a computer like I do on her desk, and she's got like the Hangouts going and a little chat screen and a game and all kinds of stuff. Like it's crazy. So I'm assuming y'all can all see and hear this because I'm not getting any comments. Here's another thing. I did not realize this until recently because, you know, I think I'm a tech savvy person, but it turns out that my VCR is just flashing 12 o'clock like everybody else's. The comments come in about 20. So y'all see what I'm saying in about 20 seconds after I say it. There's a 20-second delay. I don't know what that's for, why. Maybe it's just processing, because it certainly isn't censorship, because hell, you know how I talk. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, 20 seconds later. Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. So anyway, so that was my big lame ass surprise. I'm a little tender today because I spent the greater part of the morning on a roof at the new campus. We had roofers there to check it out, see what was going on and all that kind of stuff. So my hair's a little blown today as well. But anyway, another freaky thing that happened to me is, and again, not freaky, I'm probably overselling it. I just needed a Freaky Friday, kind of like a rhymey thing. I went and got gas today. I never get gas. I went and got gas. I went through the car wash because I have a monthly subscription to the car wash that I've not been using. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm using it every week. And so my car's been getting washed even though it never goes anywhere. And I'm there and I realize I am on vapors. Like I am like, it says like range like 9 miles, which that's never a good thing. And it's never accurate in the city anyway. And so I'm like, shit, I got to go get gas. And so I needed to go to Tom Thumb anyway. And I put in the phone number and all that stuff. You're saving 90 cents a gallon on gas. Like 90, that first of all, it says 2 things. 1, buying a shit ton of groceries lately. And 2, I'm not filling up with gas very often. So I'm not wearing down that discount. And I think the max you can get is $1 and it expires like every 2 months or 3 months anyway. So I was like, hells yeah. $1 off or 90 cents off on a day that I'm on vapors. Let's do that. Matt says he goes down to 2 miles. Now I'm a nervous wreck about that. I had a bad experience with that one. So I had a So I had a car accident. This was a bazillion years ago, pre-Todd actually, and I had a rental car. I had a Chevy Cavalier as a rental car, and this was when Central Expressway was being sunken, and it was just a pit, right? Well, so I'm on a quarter tank of gas going to a meeting, and I stall out on Central Expressway, which had no shoulder. It was crazy, just like a. So I had to get out of the car, abandon the car on Central Expressway, climb the construction wall, walk through the rebar and everything to the gas station. At the time, was at the corner of Walnut Hill and Central. So that's where I was, and go get a thing of gas and come back and fill the gas tank up. All the while standing in a lane of traffic that was flowing. Right. Fortunately, I had caused such a traffic jam that it wasn't really flowing anywhere, and people are hateful. It was scary, horrible, the worst, and it said a quarter tank. And I called the rental car company up. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, we forgot to tell you. Cavaliers run out of gas at about a quarter of a tank. The calibration is off. I'm like, fuck you. So I don't, and some people are like, I don't run it. I run mine down pretty low on the regular. Like I'll run it down to like until it starts telling me, and it's like that eighth of a tank, like one click above empty. But some people are like, I never run my gas down low because it's bad for your engine. And I'm like, how's it fucking bad for your engine? Well, all that sediment gets in your engine. I'm like, I don't think that's actually how it works. I mean, I'm no mechanic. I have fixed cars before back in my youth, but like it's the same kind of pump, and it pumps from the bottom of the tank pretty much. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a quarter tank left if the little hole was higher than that. Also, if you run a little bit of sediment through your tank all the time, it's better than letting it all settle and thinking, I don't even know if there actually is sediment. Is there? And isn't that what a fuel filter is for? Because I assume that it goes through the fuel filter before it hits the thing, and your fuel pump and all that kind of stuff. God, that's fucking butchered me. Like, I want to fuck myself right now. That is hot mechanic language. I don't know why I said that. Oh, I'm a mess. Sorry. And it actually may shorten the life of your full fuel pump if you go down all the way frequently. I don't believe that. I think that is a wives' tale, a myth. Like, I think that there needs to be a Snopes article about that. And Riot, oh, so we have more in common than just having, yeah, awesome. Like, this happened to me in a Chevy Cavalier back in the day. I learned the hard way too. The scariest, hardest freaking way. This podcast suddenly got real straight all of a sudden. I know. Chevy Cavaliers, fuel pumps, mechanics, all that kind of stuff. Sorry. Let me think of something really gay to talk about, just to counteract all of that. Oh, I know. I got the cutest mask today. How about that? I'll do jazz hands with it just to counteract. It's the halo, like wishing away the straight vibes, the mechanic vibes. Look at this mask I got today. So it is. See all of those? They're all little Texases, and it's got a little Texas flag on it. I actually put it on. Let me see if I can show you on the screen. Learning the technology. See that little Texas flag, little Texas shapes, and all of that. And this new technology I'm using throws the so in the comments right there. Of course, it's showing up like a bunch of times, I think. Isn't that the cutest mask? And it's got the adjustable things. The only downside of it is super hot. Like, I was wearing it when we were touring the building with some contractors today, and it's really, really hot. But it did the job, and it's cute. It's kind of neoprene on the outside. It's embroidered with the little Texas flag right there. I don't get anything for showing y'all this. I just shit you. Sometimes I do, but in this case, I do not. I was just showing it. It has a pocket for a filter if you wanted a filter in it. Although this thing is so thick, you can't see light through it. So that's usually the thing. And it's $15. It's only $15. And I ordered it. I think I ordered it on like Monday, and it arrived already. So cute. It has the adjustable ear things too, as you can see. Is that gay enough? It's still Texas. And it's blue. Yay! So I love that. Or were the contractors making you hot? It was not. I promise it was not. here's the thing. I saw a meme about this the other day that that uh talking about the dangers of pornography and watching pornography, and like the number one thing, and it was a joke article, but it was like the number one danger of pornography is that you think that what was it, that a pizza can be delivered in 30 minutes or less or something like that. I'm like, no, it's also that the FedEx guy is never that hot, and the pizza guy's never that hot, and the mechanic's never that hot, and the roofer's never that hot. Like that, that is the reason that porn is dangerous. It gives you unrealistic expectations of the attractiveness of people working in the trades. I'm sure there are cute ones. Hmm. Sorry, really random topics today, right? I hope the kids aren't watching. I know sometimes some of y'all watch it with this in the background and the kids are watching it. Maybe not the episode for you today. Um, One of the things that I learned today, though, while wearing my mask and was touring it and wearing masks, is that one of the general contractors is actually a woman, and she has a really strong New Orleans accent. I was having so much fucking trouble understanding what she was saying because of the mask between her New Orleans accent, the kind of the New Orleans mumble and stuff. I just have never realized how much like I read lips, and all of us read lips of people when we're talking. And now you're looking at my lips, right? Yeah. Like that was really, really weird. And half the time she was also fairly short, and so there's a distance between my ear and her mouth too. But I was constantly like, what? What? What did she say? What did she say? Like a lot of that today. But I did not realize how much lip reading we do. And I have a friend who's deaf who reads lips really well to the point where you actually don't know that he's deaf, other than that he has when he talks, he has a kind of like the it's probably totally insensitive for me to do that. And I don't, my intention is well, good, but he's got kind of that deaf sound that you hear, right? But I bet they are just like fucked right now. Like what do you do? What do you do in that situation? And even hearing aids, I don't even know if he wears hearing aids, but hearing aids, no, he couldn't wear hearing aids because he's deaf. Hearing aids are for people who can hear, they just don't hear very well, right? God, I lost my brain today too. Anyway, let's get back on topic. I started getting some emails today from people wanting to book their event venues for Christmas parties. So they send it all to PR people and company owners and small business owners and such. And I'm like, I feel bad for these people who have, these salespeople, one, largely commissioned, two, in the event space, three, can't have events because of the COVID. I just like, that is a job I would not want to have right now, is trying to sell. Running a restaurant would be pretty bad. So, but just, yeah, I don't know. I'm having some real ADD. I don't know if you noticed this about me, but I'm a little ADD or ADHD or whatever. I am really struggling with it this week. And I don't know what is going on with me, but like I cannot keep my attention on things. That's why even now I'm just like, what? Something shiny said, oh, there's a ring light over there. Oh, someone makes a comment. I am really struggling this week I'm sleeping fine. I haven't really changed anything else. And so I ordered from a friend of mine has a CBD company. I ordered some broad spectrum CBD droplets that I'm gonna start using in the morning to see if that helps me. Supposedly it helps with like your monkey brain, just all the stuff going on. And I don't have anxiety. I've never been an anxious person. Like I literally have never suffered anxiety in my life. And so it's not that. But like supposedly it like gives you focus and such too. So I don't know what is going on. But even now I'm like all over the fucking place, which is good for y'all. If you put up with it. But for me, I can't even like to-do list. Want to see my to-do list? So I've got a board over there that has a to-do list on it. I've started a to-do list on this piece of paper. I started a to-do list on this card because I use big note cards is kind of my thing. To-do list here. I've started a to-do list on my RuPaul You Better Work notepad. And they probably are all duplicates of each other, but for some reason I started a to-do list on a Post-it note. Like, And to me, that feels like making the to-do list almost as an accomplishment in itself. But then I don't know. If y'all have any tips, if y'all use broad spectrum CDB, I got the 1,000 milligram drops, which was the highest. My friend Trey Burgess owns the company. See, even then, like, bleh. Trey Burgess owns, it's called One CBD, onecbd.com, I think. Great company, got the package yesterday. Lots of instructions, very high touch, like how to use it and all that stuff. I'm gonna try it out tomorrow, starting tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but then I had to be on the roof of a building a lot today and talking to all these contractors and stuff, and I did not want, in case it like causes me to freak out or be sleepy, or I don't know what the side effects are even. But in case something goes awry, I did not want to be on the roof with our head of school and other board members and all that kind of stuff. Not today. Tomorrow maybe, but not today. Have y'all tried broad spectrum CBD for that sort of thing? Let me know. I don't even know what I'm getting myself into. I read about it, and he's been telling me about it. He's a healthcare expert, and and actually, Jody, this is a great thing. Martha Stewart has a line of drops and gummy cubes. They work. That is actually what inspired me to think about it also, because last week this has been kind of a downhill slide for me the last like maybe month or so. Like just my levels of concentration and stuff just been really off. And I also think that part of it is I'm taking allergy medicine right now because my allergies are crazy, and I don't know, whatever. But then I saw Martha come out with it, and I'm there for Martha, but I didn't want to order hers because I don't know about her stuff. I mean, she has high standards and all of that. So, but I knew my friend Trey, who's in healthcare, totally trust him with having research. He's researches stuff like crazy time. So then I was like, Trey, I'm looking at this. I'm struggling with this. I talked to some other people, and I did start using some CBD with curcumin about 2 months ago, I guess, for my joints. But that company, it was fine, but it took a million years, first of all, for anything to get here. Like it was like a 2-week lead time to get here. And I just didn't find like a lot of resources from them. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try Trey. My mom was like, you're tripping on some CBD. Runs in the family, mama. You got any for me? I don't do drugs. I'm not saying you do publicly. I have not, so you can tell us about it. Yeah, I'll report back on it. And I did the drops instead of the gummies. The gummies just, I don't know, it felt like candy to me. And so I did the drops. You put them under your tongue, like a little half dropper. You leave it there for a minute or two, and then you swallow it. And he was like, start off slow, do it in the morning, see if that helps. And then I switched to their curcumin tablets. And he said, take those at night, which is what I've been doing, which actually I have been sleeping so much better. So I have seen a positive effect from those. I'm hoping it's not what's fucking me up on the other stuff, though. The memory and the memory. Well, that was good timing for my brain to conk out. So all that said, even though I don't have a memory for shit right now, and concentration is just out the window, and we're like 2 weeks behind on laundry because I can't remember to fucking do it, even though there's a big old basket of it. I've had a pretty good last couple weeks. Really good October so far. Knock on the wood real hard. Got the new campus for my kids' school. We had the D Magazine story earlier this week. This just happened yesterday. I've not told you about this yet. So I've told you I was a foreign exchange student, right, in high school. And I was part of a program called the Congress Bundestag Youth Exchange Program, which is where the German Congress pays for Germans to go over, and the U.S. Congress pays for Germans to come over. I think I said that twice. Bundestag pays for Americans. Americans pay for Germans, right? And it's part of a diplomatic thing. It's through the State Department. It's like we had to go to the embassies and the U.S. information agencies and all of that stuff. And so sorry, still just fucking struggling with this. I was invited last night. I got an email last night inviting me by the State Department, inviting me to interview. So they did not ask me to do it. They asked me to interview to be on their national board for this program, for this foreign exchange diplomatic. It's kind of like a student diplomatic course. You spend your junior year in high school abroad in Germany, and you have to. I had like a state senator, or not state senator, a senator, or whatever the German equivalent of that I had to meet with regularly. We met the president of Germany, because Germany has a president, even though that person is more of a symbolic person. All that kind of stuff. Really, really cool program that we did. The most life-changing thing I have ever done in my life, and I include marriage and children and all of that in that. It was just the trajectory of my life just went different. So that was an exciting thing that happened. And then maybe not equally exciting, but exciting for me. Today, one of my favorite men's stores is here in Oak Cliff. It's called DLM Supply. It's on Davis Street. Emailed me today and said, "Hey, we have some new hair care products that we're going to carry, but I got samples of them. Do you want to try them out for us and let us know if we should stock these?" Because they just got the samples, not like full size samples, but not they're not stocking them yet. And I'm like, "Hell's yeah, I'll try it out," because I'm still figuring out what to do with all of this. It's actually not looking too horrible today, even though it's big on the sides. I need to get in the bozo clown thing going on again. So, and my mom is saying maybe your allergy medicine might be causing you to feel hyper. I'm just using the antihistamine. I'm not using the decongestant part. And so normally that, if anything, that makes me sleepy, I don't know. I'm also taking fucking 73 and a half vitamins now, all this stuff just to be healthy. We'll see. Maybe I'm just looking at screens too much. Sarah, you said earlier, and by the way, President Trump hasn't provided any signing interpretations for any COVID-19 updates. I don't know what that means. Signing interpretations for COVID-19 updates. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll see. I think he's trying to have a rally this weekend, isn't he? I would be scared to go to that rally. Even if I were like an ardent supporter, I would be scared to go to that rally. You know, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I will anyway, because I talked to my little brother. My little brother's getting married tomorrow, and we're not going. And we're not going largely for COVID concerns. Like, I wish we could go. I wish a lot of things, but it is, I just can't do it because I love him very much, but there's a lot of people there I do not know. There's a lot of people there that I don't trust anybody right now. We're pretty locked down. No restaurants. The kids are going to school. I've said that before. That is the riskiest thing we're doing, and risk is cumulative. So if you do one thing that's risky, you got to back off of some other stuff, right? And so I told him today. I actually thought I had told him weeks ago, and then Todd was like, "Did you tell your brother?" It's like, shit, did I? And so I looked through my texts and all, and I was like, fuck, I did not. I forgot. So I told him today, and I feel horrible about it. I mean, it's a big day and all that kind of stuff. But getting married during a pandemic, it's I don't know. It's a hard call, right? And it's going to be outside, but there's still a lot of people you don't know, and you're around them for hours. Even outside, you're around them for hours, and people go inside, and who knows? With that if they're doing it down in like the Woodlands, Magnolia, something like that, with that hurricane coming through everything, who knows what the weather's going to be? And then we were going to stay in our RV, but our RV, we don't have tires for it right now because one of them had a little tear in it, and fucking tires are on back order. We may have them like by the end of the month. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, so anyway. So Mama, you will not see me tomorrow at Houston's wedding, and I am so sorry. I'm like heartsick about it, but I hope that he knows that as well. I've told him, but that is the case. What else was I going to talk about? Have any of you, signing for deaf people. So he has not provided any signing interpretations for any, so people who are deaf have to just read what he's saying because there's no sign language going on. Oh, well, how hard could that possibly be? I've read enough articles about that, Jojo. But anyway, what else are we going to talk about here? What was I just talking about? Shit. Again, like I need I need some like ginkgo biloba or something. Isn't that the stuff that old people take for their memory? Oi, oi, oi. Have any of y'all heard about Apple Plus? I think that's what it's called. It's coming out. So I was looking at, so I got my credit card bill, and it's got all the things that hit it regularly. It's my Amex bill for my company, and I run a lot of these kind of things through my company because I use them for work. And I was like, we got Apple TV on here, and we got Apple email, and we got Apple storage, the 2 terabytes of storage and all that stuff. Apple News Plus, because I'm in the media industry, so I got to read my magazines and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, fucking hey, this is like an Apple Music. I'm like, this is like $60 worth of stuff that I got. And then I was like, there's got to be a better way. So then I looked it up. It turns out that Apple is coming out with the new thing called Apple Plus, I think is what it was called. This is old news. This has been on my list for like 3 days to talk about. Which is why I'm kind of like, I kind of think is what, again, news-ish. I always say that. So they're going to do a single subscription that you can split with your family, and it's like $20 a month, maybe $29 a month, which would still save me a ton between all of the storage and everything else that we have, all the different. You get Apple Arcade also, which is their video game service, which we don't use, but I assume one of my children would find that interesting. Have y'all looked into that? Y'all think it's interesting? Matt, I feel like you're my tech person on here. Yes. Everyone needs to see Gretchen Whitmer's interpreter. She is amazing. I love it. I love a sassy interpreter. I love someone. And I bet fucking Trump doesn't have an interpreter because he has such trust issues with people that he's probably like, what are they saying? What are they saying? What are they saying? Are they making me sound smart? Also, he goes off so much on just random tangents. And how often can you say great? It's great. It's great. And, the sign language person's kind of like getting carpal tunnel from saying the same word over and over and over again. I know I try to keep this somewhat apolitical. I like to but I do make fun of things. So that is fair game for it. Alrighty, what are y'all doing this weekend? What are y'all doing? It's Texas OU weekend here in Dallas. We're not doing shit with that. I'm actually worried that the cases are going to go up after it because huge, Diana's saying. That also is a word that you'd have to, huge. I don't know what the sign language word for that is, but I imagine it's a huge word, a huge expression. So this weekend, like all of the bars and stuff, I'm seeing people on Facebook and stuff, Instagram mostly actually, with all the bar action. We're not doing that. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm committing a lot of my work. Oh, she kind of looks like she should be on the Drag Race, on RuPaul's Drag Race. I haven't seen the interpreter. I'll have to look that up now. Gretchen Whitmer's interpreter. Whitmer, yeah. I'm committing a lot of my weekend to you, to the people. So Amazon Prime Day, I think, is on Tuesday, the 13th, whatever the 13th is. I think it's Tuesday. And then also Walmart is going to be doing their own big kind of Black Friday in October event, which I think starts on Sunday. And so I'm going to be getting some hot tips for y'all. I'm going to probably put them on my website and link to them there and send y'all to that just so that I can put a bunch of stuff up. I have an Amazon influencer account where I can actually do live broadcasts on the Amazon app for people who want to follow me, but that's just too much trying to get people to a new place, all of that. So I will probably be doing that. Maybe updates during the day. I did that last year and it was pretty successful. And so it's Amazon and Walmart. And I think I saw someone else was doing something really big, like Best Buy or maybe Target. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. I'll get up to speed. So I'm going to be spending some time working on that for y'all because they did send, because I'm part of that Amazon influencer program, they did send some updates, some like behind the scenes kind of embargoed info so that we know what's going. Again, it's mostly kind of Apple products. We're a Google family, but I actually need to buy an Alexa. because we had an Alexa wand on our refrigerator, which is you could take it off and scan the barcode on stuff and it would put it in your Amazon Fresh grocery cart. But they and we had it for years. Genius invention. For whatever reason, they decided to discontinue it about 2 months ago, and now it's just a brick. And so now I'm going to get an Alexa that's just in the kitchen, even though I don't want it in there. So I already have a Google in there, but an Alexa so that we can literally only add stuff to the cart. So we had an Alexa for a while. I like Alexa better. I mean, I like Google better than Siri and Alexa because it actually answers your question. If you ask Google a question, instead of saying, here are 5 websites that I found that might have the answer, it just says, here's the fucking answer, bitch. Not in that language. I wish you could have a gangsta setting on it. Can Cardi B be my Google? Can my Google be Cardi B? That's what I would love. And then I plan to clean a little bit upstairs and maybe straighten up because, y'all have been asking for another tour of the upstairs of the residence of the Koch compound. And we'll see, that's where the bedrooms are. That's where the Cooper Smith Koch Center for Global Domination and Crafting. That's where I'm sitting at the moment. Got a big family room. Got a second kitchen upstairs. I have 2 kitchens in my house. This one's a small one, but yeah. My bedroom, all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to clean up a little bit so that maybe I can do one of those. I need to figure that out because there's others. I'm just not so proud of our bedroom doesn't have drapes at the moment. And so I'm like, my standards are so high. Anyway, I think that was all I had on my list. Yeah, that was it. Alrighty, do you have anything else? Let me look through the comments really quick. I'll keep you posted on my CBD. Hopefully I don't end up in the ER from some CBD. FYI. TGIF. I don't know. And Matt wants to know, why will he not hire someone to handle his Twitter? Because he can do everything himself. He's perfect. So I will say I do, from a speaking directly to the people aspect of it, I actually have mad respect for that, with the exception of the fact that it's madness that's being posted. But bypassing everybody and just speaking directly to the people, I actually think that is a very smart tactic. It's just sometimes it's crazy pants on fire, right? So, and I'm going to look up Gretchen Whitmer, her interpreter, and see what she's all about. I actually don't even know who am I supposed to know who Gretchen Whitmer is? I'm afraid I don't. We'll have to look it up. Oh, is that the governor? No, I don't know. I'm stupid. So with that, I'm gonna call myself stupid and then talk about self-love. Yay! I love you. It's important to know you're loved. I love that you watched this. Thank you. I'm gonna miss you for the next 2 days. And on Monday, I swear I'm gonna have a lot to talk about again. Cheers to that. Have a great weekend. Stay away from people. Do not do Texas OU unless you do it in the privacy of your own home. Mama, tell Houston I love him and that I hope he has a great wedding tomorrow. And I can't wait to have a sister-in-law. I do have one of those, Todd's sister, but I don't have one on this side. So, and Michigan, I was right. Michigan governor. Okay, good. So I was right. I wasn't off. And with that, I'm gonna say bye. I love you. See you on Monday at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live, should I say.